Hello, boys and girls. Let's do some math. We're in week 2, topic 13, and let's go to page 737. And let's go ahead and take it to your Doc Hub app. Okay. And we're going to be solving problems involving time. They're going to ask you to add they're asking you to add and subtract measures of time, boys and girls. Add and subtract time. Okay, first example, they want you to find 5 years and 8 months plus 3 years and 7 months. Okay, so the units that we're talking about here in the previous pages, boys and girls, we dealt mostly with hours and minutes. 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, or the opposite, 60 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour. And in this example here, boys and girls, we're using different units of time, years and months. And if you look at the table here, years and months, it shows you that 1 year is equivalent to 12 months. 1 year is equivalent to 12 months. So they added the months first, boys and girls. Just like we did in the previous pages, they want you to keep them separate. So they added the months first. So 8 plus 7 is 15 months. Okay? But step 2, boys and girls, you can regroup those 15 months. Just like we regrouped those minutes, every time you got 60 minutes, you would convert it, regroup it, and change it to 1 hour. So 15 months, boys and girls, if you look down here, 1 year is equivalent to 12 months. So that's why they're saying to regroup the 12 months, boys and girls, because 12 months is equal to 1 year. So if we had 15 months here, then you can regroup it, boys and girls, convert it to at least 1 year. And because 15 take away 12 is 3. You have 3 months left. But since you took away 12 months, that's how you converted it to 1 year. And then they added the years, boys and girls. The 5 years plus the 3 years next, 5 plus 3. And where did they get this one, boys and girls? They got it from the regrouping of the 15 months, which is that 1 year right there. So 5 plus 3 plus the 1 year they regrouped is 9 years, boys and girls. And remember, they still had those 3 months left. So 5 years, 8 months plus 3 years and 7 months is equivalent to 9 years and 3 months, boys and girls. Okay, now let's look at another example. The next example, boys and girls, they want you to find 5 minutes, 18 seconds. And this time they want you to subtract 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Subtract that. Down here, we're using, again, the units of time, the conversion table. We're looking at minutes and seconds, and we know that 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. Okay, they want you to subtract the seconds first. We've talked about that. Keep them separate. So if you're going to subtract the seconds first, but you can't, you need to regroup. 18 take away 45, you can't. 45 is bigger than 18. You cannot, so you need to regroup. So they're going to take away a minute. They're going to subtract a minute from the 5 minutes. And that's how that 1 minute became the new units of 60 seconds. And so there was still original 5 minutes and 18 seconds, but now they took away 1 minute. So you're down to 4 minutes, and they regrouped the 60 minutes, boys and girls, with the 60 seconds, boys and girls, to the 18 seconds that are already there, and that's how they got 78 seconds. We've done some of this regrouping, boys and girls, in the previous lesson. Now they have 78 lessons, 78 sections, 78 seconds, no longer 18, 78 seconds. Subtract from the 45 seconds, and that's how they got 33. Remember, boys and girls, the 5 minutes, since you regroup, is now 4 minutes. That 5 is now a 4, and 4 take away 3 is 1 minute. So 5 minutes, 18 seconds, subtract 3 minutes and 45 seconds gives you an answer of 1 minute and 33 seconds. All right, now, don't worry, boys and girls. We're going to do some of these together, okay? We'll do the The 8 hours and the 12 minutes, I'm not going to help you with that one. We had some lessons on it yesterday. We had some lessons on the previous page. Let's tackle a new one, boys and girls. Let's tackle number 2. 9 weeks, 5 days. Subtract 1 week and 6 days. All right, boys and girls. Just like we have in the past, you need to keep those units separate. All right, so let's see. 5 take away 6. Forget about the units for a minute and just think of 5 minus 6. Can we do that? No, we cannot, boys and girls. If you pick up 5 fingers, try and take away six fingers from the 5, you can only take away 5, not 6, boys and girls. So we need to regroup. So when we regroup, boys and girls, yes, the 9 is going to become an 8. But look at the units, boys and girls. That is 8 weeks. So when we regroup, you just didn't bring over 1. You brought over 1 week, boys and girls. Okay? You brought over 1 week when we regroup the units. Pay attention to the units, boys and girls. And we're talking about days. So I look here, 1 week is equivalent to 7 days. So boys and girls, that 1 week is really equivalent to 7 days. Well, boys and girls, we already had 5 days here. So what do you want to do with the 7 and the 5 days that were already there? You said add, good job. So what is 7 plus 5, boys and girls? If you said 12 days, good job. So now we have 12 days when we regrouped. Now, are we able to subtract, boys and girls? 12 take away 6? Yes, we can. And what is 12 take away 6, boys and girls, when after regrouping? 12 take away 6 is 6 days. Okay. Remember, the 9 was no longer a 9 since we regrouped 1 week. It's an 8. And 8 take away 1 is 7 weeks. So your final answer, boys and girls, for number 2 is 7 days and, 7 weeks and 6 days. Okay? All right. Let's do now. I'm not going to help you either with number 3. Let's see if you can do it on your own. Just remember, you're keeping the decades and the years separate. And you look here, 1 decade is 10 years, boys and girls. Remember, boys and girls, you're looking at the numbers. 8 take away 9, cannot. You need to regroup. Do not just bring over the number 1, boys and girls, and give me 18 years. No, 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 no. Remember, boys and girls, 1 decade is 10 years. So you're really regrouping 1 decade, but it changes, it converts into 10 years. Okay? All right. So let's do number 5 together also. Number 4, I do expect you to do it. I'm going to put a question mark on number 1. I want you to answer it. Question mark on number 3. I need you to answer it. And question mark on number 4. I need you to answer those 3 on your own, boys and girls. We are going to do number 5 together though, boys and girls. Okay, number 5. 5 decades, 4 years, 3 months, subtract 2 decades, 5 years, 6 months. This is a multiple step, boys and girls, multiple steps. All right, just remember to keep your units separate, please, for the regrouping that you need to do. For subtracting, boys and girls. All right, so 3 take away 6. Ignore the unit for now. Just look at the digits, the numbers. 3 take away 6. Can we do that, boys and girls? Pick up 3 fingers. Can we take away 6 from those 3? No, we cannot. We need to regroup. So we go to the second unit, which are years, and the 4, we're going to regroup the 4. And when you regroup the 4, it becomes a 3. 3 years. But remember, boys and girls, what you actually moved over was not just 1. You moved over, you regrouped 1 year. And if you look at the units on this side, we're talking about months. So you look for that. 1 year is equivalent to 12 months. So boys and girls, what you're actually converting, what you're actually regrouping, boys and girls, not just the number 1, you're actually regrouping 12 months. You already had a 3 there. So the 12 added to the 3, because the 3 was already there, you now have 15 months. Okay, so now we're able to subtract. What is 15 months take away 6, boys and girls? And if you're not sure, you can count up. It's 6, then we say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's 9 months, boys and girls. Okay. Second unit, we have years. 3 years, take away 5 years. So you're looking at the 3, take away 5, boys and girls. Again, can you do that? Pick up 3 fingers. 3 take away 5. Can you take away 5 from the 3 fingers? No, you cannot. You can only take away 3. So we need to regroup. So we go to the 5 decades. And remember, boys and girls, you're going to regroup so that 5 is no longer 5. It's now going to be a 4. 4 decades. But once again, boys and girls, please remember what you actually moved over was not a number 1. You regrouped 1 decade. Okay, 1 decade. So remember, boys and girls, 1 decade, when we're talking about years, that's the units here, years. So 1 decade is 10 years. So the number we're actually moving, boys and girls, is 10. 10 years. Okay, we already had the 3 there, boys and girls. So if we regroup 10 years, and we already had a number 3, so what number do we see here now, boys and girls? And if you said 13, good job, circle it. Now we have 13 years, take away 5. Yes, we have to regroup and all, but let's just count up, boys and girls. 13 take away 5. You don't say 5, you say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What number did you get, boys and girls? 8 years. Don't forget the units. And now we have 4 decades minus 2 decades. 4 minus 2 is 2 decades, boys and girls. All right, so 2 decades. So your final answer, boys and girls, is 2 decades, 8 years, and 9 months. Lots of regrouping, boys and girls, but you just know that when you regroup, you're also converting those units to different units and different amounts. Remember, we've done this in class. When we convert, it's like changing $1 bill into 4 quarters, or $1 bill into 10 dimes, or $1 bill into 20 nickels, or $1 bill into 100 pennies. We've done this before, boys and girls. The quantity is different, the amount might be different, the units are different, but the value still stays the same. All right, look at number 6, boys and girls. Draw a strip diagram to model 5 hours 18 minutes minus 3 hours 12 minutes. Write an equation and find the difference. We did this one in the previous lesson, boys and girls. I'll help you with some of it. So they want a strip diagram. And they want us to draw a strip diagram to model 5 hours 8 minutes. That becomes your total, boys and girls. 5 hours and 8 minutes. And they want to subtract 3 hours, 12 minutes. And they want to know what's left. So it says write an equation and find the difference. This is the equation, boys and girls, with the equal sign, of course. And they want you to subtract. They want you to find the difference. So you set them up just like you did. They were here. So you have 5 hours, 8 minutes, and you're subtracting 3 hours, 3 hours, and 12 minutes. Okay, remember, boys and girls, you need to keep those 2 units separate. And you're looking at the number 8, take away 12. Cannot do that, boys and girls. The number 8 is smaller, so you need to regroup. Remember, boys and girls, when you regroup that 1, don't you dare write me the number 18 over here because you regrouped 1. You regrouped units, boys and girls. 1 hour is moving over here. And remember, boys and girls, 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. But you already had an 8 there, okay? And so I'm gonna let you loose on this one. You are working it by yourself or with a brother, sister, your parents to help you out. So on this page, boys and girls, I still need you doing number 1, number 3, number 4, and finish number 6, please. Remember, the way you upload it, boys and girls, is through your Google Drive. Okay? Thank you, boys and girls.